welcome back and happy new year. We are going
Woohoo!
back to school.
Yeah, we are. Today's Pillow Talk is produced by Flash Media Studios, and happy
And
New
two
Year.
moms that are not
And
looking
two moms
forward
that
to
are
going back to
unwell.
school. Yeah. You know,
I am.
I actually think that once you get your kids to school, it's like, oh, okay, I can breathe. But I will tell you that first morning of like drop off is very hard after a holiday lull of having no schedules, sleeping in.
I know, it's so funny because at first I didn't realize, like, when people are like, oh, it's so nice for summer break, like we get to sleep in. And I feel
And now
that
you're in it.
sometimes because you don't have the stress of, like, the morning routine. But also, I mean, these kids being home over the holidays
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
It's time to
time
get
to
everything
go.
back in the schedules.
Yeah, so we thought we'd talk about what our morning routines are in terms of getting our kids out the door into school. So my son is in school 5 days a week. Your
Zane is
son
3 days a
3
week.
days, and then my daughter I go with her to mommy and me
And
one
Zane
day.
or Zoe's 2 days a week.
Right.
Okay, so here's my biggest thing. I am giving the perspective as a single mother, even though I have a husband, but my husband is not involved with anything in the morning other than being like, why are the kids crying? Like if he's there. So we are going to give two completely
Different
separate
perspectives. Yeah.
perspectives.
Which is important.
I would like
think.
to actually note that this is very important because I have two drop-offs with two different children in two different schools and one parent, while you have two parents that are very involved with one child. So just would like to add that I am the one that is suffering and a longer commute.
And that's a you problem.
That is a
you
me
chose
problem.
that school.
That's a me problem. Okay. So my kids, for context, one of them goes to school about 30 minutes away, it's about like a 20-minute drive. But by the time you get parked and to the door and all that, it's like I have to allot for 30 minutes.
Yes.
And then the other one goes to school next to my house. I have to get one of them to school by like 8:15, 8:30 at the latest. Like if you're at 8:30, you're like, get in. That 8:15 drop off, I'm leaving my house by like 7:45, which is very early.
Very early.
My kids are 2 and 4. I wake up at 6:15 with like one eye like barely open. Like, how am I going to get this done? I'm lucky. It's hard on Tuesdays. Hello, Tuesdays, because I have to film. So I have to get myself completely ready to film. Outfits changes if we're doing multiple episodes, bringing our paraphernalia of what we do to film, like
Right.
whatever it is that we're bringing, everything loaded in the car.
Yeah, this podcast just isn't just magic.
No, it certainly is not. And I'm finding out that it's getting harder and harder.
Right.
Okay, but I will tell you, I try to make sure I have a uniform for Zane, which is like the best thing in the world.
Best thing in the world.
I will
Oh
tell
my
you
God.
though, I struggle because the uniform, like we have options with the uniform, and it's always like, what is the garbage guy wearing? Because we have to say that the garbage guy goes to the same school.
Of course he does.
So it's whatever he's wearing. So I have to fake text, play that whole game. Zoe's easier. Zoe's like, you're wearing what I put you in. But their breakfast, like, my kids, Taylor, I cannot meal prep. And I want to hear about your meal prepping. I cannot meal prep for my kids because my kids have like, Zoe has avocado toast in the morning with scrambled eggs. Zane has 2 sunny side up eggs with a waffle. Like, so I am having to do a full breakfast routine. And like
Right.
my breakfast is like 20 minutes of getting them prepped and making a lunch for Zoe and snack for Zane before I even wake them up.
Yeah.
So I
It's
want to
a
hear
lot.
about your breakfast.
Okay, so for us, Miller goes to school a little bit later, first of all,
Oh, that's so
at 9
nice. Oh,
o'clock.
that's so cute.
So he wakes up like anywhere a range between 7 and 7:45.
Okay, what kind of mood is he in?
It's, getting ready for school is a struggle. And we found that like certain things for us.
Because Miller's the happiest child in the world.
No, yes and no. Like he is very also routine and set in his ways. So we have learned like we do not let him, like he doesn't come into the living room until he's in his uniform, because we tried like, sit down and start having breakfast, and then let's go get changed for school. And it's like, well, yeah, it's too much. No,
I agree
he
with that
wakes up in the
fully.
morning. We
Brush your
go to the
teeth.
bathroom, brush our teeth, and we are in our uniform. We don't do our hair yet before we go into the living room. Normally Drew will make his lunch. I feel like 90% of the time Drew makes his lunch. And then,
let's pause there. Drew makes his lunch.
Drew makes his lunch.
Thank you.
Yes,
That
Drew
is
makes
so
his
sweet.
lunch. Yes.
Drew McAllister. I told
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love to know, please, in the comments. Like, we need to put a poll up this week for like Instagram of whose husbands are involved. I need to feel better about myself. Like, this is
Oh
not
my God,
normal.
stop
It
it.
is not normal to sit next to you every week.
oh my
That
God,
is not
stop.
normal. Is it normal?
I think it's like
Gus.
I think it's normal if like they,
If you've trained him.
Gus is always screaming on the phone on business calls. Like was he gonna be baking a peanut butter
These are
sandwich
normal.
while
I
he's
know.
screaming? Like it's
Yeah.
not, Drew wakes up normally at like 5:30 and like works out. So I normally get my workout in at like 6:30, 6:45. So while I'm doing that, he was like has a couple, I mean, it takes like 5 minutes to make his lunch. Like we don't make anything extra. He has peanut butter sandwich, carrots, cucumbers, letter cookies, and chips. Like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take that
Okay.
long. So he will normally do that.
Who's making breakfast?
So it depends. Because if we try to meal prep breakfast, we'll like actually try to up their protein with like the protein waffle mix and like add an egg and whole milk. And we'll do it on the weekends. And we'll also, which
Yeah.
I know, don't cringe and scream, but we'll cook our bacon like on Sunday.
I won't cringe for your bacon.
And so in the morning, it's like we throw the waffle
Cook our
and 2
bacon
pieces of
Sunday.
bacon in the microwave for 30 seconds and throw a couple berries on there. And we always pre-rinse our berries. So like we don't have to
You're
do
ready,
the
yeah,
process.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
very simple, ready to go. Sometimes I'm lazy and I go to Whole Foods and
What
I
are
buy
the other
the
two
birch
kids doing
blenders.
at this moment?
We keep the girls in their room until 8.
There you go. This is also so it's two against one.
Yeah.
This is great.
So, and we're
I love
both
this
like
for you.
trying to get ready ourselves
Yeah, you
by
have a
8
better
a.m.
routine. My kids are in my bed.
Yeah. So the girls stay in
There's
their
the type
room
A
until 8.
mom and the type B mom.
I am so type A, you
Yeah,
guys. It's
like,
crazy.
it's-
But also like it's not, quiet. Like the girls are normally up by 7:30, 7:45. Palmer's like, "Mom, get me out."
Yeah, but you're not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not.
Zoe's
Unless like
climbing out of her
on
crib.
Thursdays when I'm home, when it's just me, like I don't have help on Thursdays and I have to take her to school anyway. Like I'm like,
I
"Oh,
know.
get
I
out.
always
Let's
love when
help
you tell me you don't have help in the mornings. I'm like, okay, you have Drew. That's cute. No help. No help. Okay.
I know. I mean, in terms of like our routine. So I guess
I'll just this is actually we're gonna be rebranded as putting Taylor on blast for her
I
no
know.
help life.
I know.
Yeah, okay, go on. Are your parents there, Tay? I'm just kidding.
I
I'm just
wish.
kidding.
That would be nice.
Or is Jordan across the street still? No, okay.
Yeah,
Go,
she's
go on.
across the
Yeah,
street.
that's
I
right.
know.
That's right.
But we like, I think I've talked about it before, but Drew's like pretty strict on what the kids watch. So Miller knows
there's
he
a couple
watches like
shows.
Trash Truck, Otis, or Stillwater. He normally doesn't even watch TV in the morning. He just plays.
There's no
Like
time, yeah.
we're having to force him though to like eat his food. So like his
Yeah.
food's on the table and then he's playing with his toys in that little area back there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go have another bite of your waffle. Go have another bite of your waffle. And then Palmer, when she gets up, she just walks right to her little stand on the island. She's like, "Mommy, cold waffle." She likes it cold, straight
from the freezer.
Yeah.
Zoe does that too.
Cold waffle, Mom. And then I
Easy.
berries. And Dawson like has her bottle. So it's like it's not,
You know
one of
what?
us is feeding Dawson, the other's feeding Palmer. And we have to leave our house by 8:45.
Okay, so our drive to school. This is my struggle right now with my two kids.
Is your finger okay?
Not
is it
at all. I
bleeding?
just took
like
you guys. I sliced my finger. Speaking of morning,
I know, and you're
routines.
looking at it, and I'm worried.
because I think it's going to start bleeding at any
Okay.
moment on these white
Okay,
chairs.
thank you.
Yeah.
Just-
I took off the Paw Patrol Band-Aid because it was not matching, and now I'm like, this is
now
I
you
got
can't
another
stop
issue.
staring at it. Okay.
Okay, so when we go to school, Zane is very routine about his music. He wants Selena Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. He wants Try Everything by Shakira because that's like our like school thing of like you should try it's very cute. And then Zoe wants You Look Like You Love Me. Like so it's back and forth of the songs. I'm like, can't Mommy?
Well, at least you did that and not like Frozen.
Well, no, Frozen's in there. You don't think Frozen's in there?
I don't know.
And so is La Bamba. Like it's like a very eclectic
Oh, of course.
playlist. But I'm like, can't I just listen to a podcast? Like something? If I have a podcast on, the kids are like, who's in the car with us?
Oh yeah,
Like,
no. Miller's
it's
like,
an
change
issue.
it, Mommy. What's
What
on?
is
Change
this?
it.
Yeah, terrible. I'm like, somebody texted me that I'm like, there, I'm listening to your podcast on the way to school. I'm like, that sounds nice. I'd like to listen to
Oh
my
yeah,
podcast.
no.
Not that I would like to listen to myself speak, but then I run Zane in once we get there. The parking situation, the drop off, we do the like everyone gets Zane or Zoe and Mommy get 3 kisses and 3 hugs each. He goes back and forth. And then I got to
Do they let you walk him into his classroom, or do
Oh, no,
you
you
have
to walk him into the classroom.
Oh,
sign him
okay.
in. Yes. And then there's a very cute coffee shop on Zane's campus. So we go get a coffee and Zoe gets a parfait. And then it's dropping her to school. No, school, I stay with Mommy. Then I drop her off. And then it's like 9, 10. And I'm like, I get to go home. And hopefully my husband's not home by that point. And I get like a moment to myself or a
Yeah.
workout. But then it's like that time goes like that. And it's time for a pickup.
I
There's a
know.
12:30 pickup.
I know the pickups are hard too.
Yeah, well, and then like you pick up one, and then you've got to figure out how to get that one napping, and then you got to go pick up the other one. So I'm like, Mom, Louisa, Gus, somebody be home because I can't leave this child at home.
Yeah, I guess that's why, like, and I know, like, so many of my friends, not just Kendra, like, make fun of me because I'm so type A about, like, life, but especially with my kids. And it's because I need to be able to predict some part of my life because with the kids, it's so unpredictable. And, like, for me, I have to be able to work out in the morning. Like, I know you can work out at noon. Like, I can't work out
Yeah,
at noon, one, because I don't have someone to watch the kids at noon. And if I were to tell Drew, like, I'll be back
yeah, that
12 to
wouldn't work out.
1:30, he'd be like,
Yeah, sit your ass down. Yeah,
wake up early in the morning and do it. So for us, that's why like morning is so scheduled out cuz like even this morning, like I was back at 7:50, but Drew was with Mills, or actually I don't think he woke up till like 7:45. So I was back like not long after. But if I were to not be as crazy as I am, then I feel like I can't go work out at 6:30 or 7 cuz like what if the kids
yeah,
wake up and Drew's normally working by 6:30?
yeah. Well, and see, this is goes back to your type A. Like you will always keep both of those, all three of those kids in their rooms, no matter what.
Right.
There will never be a you're coming out. So this is where
Yeah.
my problem is. Like I have people are coming out of rooms. Their doors are it's an open door policy
Right.
at the Delay household.
Well, but like I always it does
You have
sometimes
to
I
find
feel
what works for you.
for
And
you.
yes, I
Yeah,
guess
and I don't think we should like any of us should comment on like what someone else does because I
oh,
feel like
100%.
I get like I see
Wait,
those
excuse me.
people.
You came to my house like months ago, or this was over the summer. You're like, yeah, whatever you're feeding those kids. Like, you're like, when the kids go back to school, you won't be giving that. You were commenting, you're like, you can't do this for your kids. You have to meal prep. This is not sustainable. With Zoe with her avocado toast and
Oh
sandwiches,
yeah,
poached
yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
It's like,
Right, exactly.
so no, but
And
it
he's
is
like
very
salmon for dinner or salmon for lunch. I'm like, oh, wow.
what, but it's not. I think what's hard is like finding what works for you and adjusting, but like also you cannot compare. Like I can't tell you how many times I'm at Zane's school and I see two parents walking their kids in. I'm like, what?
Oh wow, yeah,
Like the family
no.
is going in and it's
No, that's not
very,
happening
very
for us.
sweet. And then I see some other moms where it's like there's a 3-week-old baby and the mom's struggling to figure out the stroller and the
Totally.
other kids in the, so there's so many different variations of getting your kids to school. Safely is best.
Safely is best.
Rest is preferred. Hair combed.
Mental health somewhat
Choose
leaning towards
shoes.
the green, not the
Shoes,
red.
same shoes, bonus. Like, just we're all just doing our best and like don't judge.
And
Don't
don't
judge.
compare. Like I was gonna say, I am the worst when it comes to comparison because I even see, obviously on Instagram, of people being like, having their kids in their bed, and you're never gonna get this time back, and your kids are never gonna be in bed. And I'm like, am I missing out? Like, should I be inviting them in bed with me, and like, should I be sleeping with them?
Not
But
all
then
the
I'm like,
time.
no,
I like to
like
sleep.
that would not work for me,
would
and
not work for
that
you,
would
yeah.
drain me in ways
Yeah.
that like would make me a really bad mom. But that doesn't mean that I don't go through phases of being like, when I hear my kids crying, instead of me going into their room and trying to like soothe with a pacifier and pat her butt, like it'd be so much easier to bring her in my bed. But I am also trying to think of what is going to work for me. And this for me is like the way that I can keep some mental sanity.
Love that.
And
for
by
you.
the way, like, well, I think
I'm
for
also
both
still
of
not
us,
sane.
right? When we're saying our morning routines, like this is not every morning. I would like to say some days at school, like people are always like, "Do you need help?" Because I'll be with
Oh,
all
yeah.
three kids
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
one
You're like,
screaming,
matter
and
of
I'm like,
fact, I
don't walk
Yeah.
over there. Stay by the car. Nobody move. Miller, wait. And Miller's
know,
crying, and you're like,
I do think what's interesting is when you see these moms that consistently look the same at drop off, whether that's like they're going to work or they're going to their workout. Like you never know what you're going to get with this one. Like I may have a top knot, I may have a hat, I may be in full glam,
yeah,
I may be in heels. Like you don't know what you're getting
you
over
don't know what
here.
you're getting.
But,
Yeah,
like so many of these other moms, it's like very consistent.
yeah.
I love that for them.
I mean, I probably would not go to school drop off with like out, like I wouldn't like roll out of bed and go to school drop off. Like I would at least throw a hat on, put my hair up in like a somewhat top knot. Like I would
Yeah,
look like I have a match black pants and a black
Try
something.
to look like we thought about this.
Well, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want people to be like, what's going on at Miller's house,
Yeah.
Just although I'm sure they're thinking that all the time.
Not at all.
But yeah, I feel like that's sort of our morning routine. And I will say, going to Miller's preview of what his next school will look like in the next couple years, that will change drastically. That is a 7:55 a.m. start time. So like
Thank
for
you.
us, that is totally different. Although I picked a school that's, a little closer to my house. But like 7:55 for my kid who doesn't
Oh.
wake up till 7:40, like that'll be a
It's
big
big
adjustment
kid
for
stuff.
us.
Yeah.
So that is
Which
bedtime
gets
at
into
7
another
o'clock.
conversation, which I do think that we need to have, is why do we need to get these kids to school so early, and why do they need to be there so long? Like the school should be, in my opinion, 9 to 2. I do think, and I say this from the other side of my mouth, that like I know that a lot of this is like childcare for a lot of families, so I understand that, but like it's just so hard to like with your circadian rhythm. Like these children should be sleeping. I'll sound off on a different episode of this.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I
Be
think
like, yeah, shut up.
no. I was gonna say I thought
The kids and us should still be sleeping.
we should be sleeping. The Miller School does every Wednesday is 9 a.m. start
Yeah, that's
or
nice.
9:15. So like
Nice.
you know,
very nice.
7:55 or 8 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday they said you guys sleep in, kids sleep in 9:15, and I actually love that they picked it on a Wednesday because it feels like a little break in the week, and then you're like, okay,
I can make
two
it.
more early wake ups. I could
Push
do
through.
this. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
do this. So I know every school is different, but I think to close it out, I would just like to let moms know that like the morning routine is so hard. There is
So
no, even if you're like me and you have a strict routine, if you're like Kendra and you're more flying by the seat of your pants and doing it all by yourself,
Thank you so
this
much.
is hard.
Flying by the seat. That's my brand. Thank you.
Yes, flying by the seat of your
Thanks,
gorgeous
Taylor.
pants, but flying
Thank-
by the seat of your pants. And making your kids sunny side up, eggs for one, and scrambled eggs with avocado toast for the other.
No, I know.
Those are decisions.
Yeah, I'm
that
an
you make.
enabler like my mother.
Well,
Thanks, Mom.
but it's all really hard. Like
All
there's
hard.
no easy way around morning drop offs. And if somebody has
Frying your bacon on a Sunday morning.
I hate
Forget
you.
about it.
I hate you.
All right. Well, this was fun. Bye.